Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So glad to have you here on this Christmas Eve. Today is going to be a multi-purpose video. Ooh, multitasking, how cool. So I am trying out a new indie brand. So it's an indie highlight, but I'm also going to do kind of a glam, for me, Christmas look with it. So we'll see how it turns out. So today we are starting with Looxi Beauty. Anyway, so I ordered 4 eyeshadows and a highlighter from them. I'm gonna try to do like a halo eye. I'm gonna see how this highlighter works in the middle, and if it's not pigmented enough for that, because you know it's not meant for that. I do have my ColourPop Golden State of Mind palette here as a backup. So let's start with a few swatches on my hand. Let's start with Sorbet, this kind of orangey brown neutral. It feels really stiff, like you're not getting a lot, but then a lot is actually coming up. So there's the first one. Seems pretty good to me. And our second is Maple, which is kind of a terracotta-y shade, like a reddish brown. Let me get that on the hand here. Let's see, I think it's a little sheer on first application. I want to see if it'll build up a little on the swatch. So there's Maple. I like that color. It's a nice color. I feel like I have something similar in that All I See Is Magic palette. I mean, I don't know why that matters, but it just occurred to me. Oh, and here we have another kind of brown, red, a little darker, a little bit cooler toned than that last one. And this one is called Spiced. Yeah, that one's real nice. That's pretty, it's pretty opaque. So that's just well, I guess it was a couple swipes across, but really just like one application. And then our last eyeshadow is Firefly, which I admit I bought because of the name. Not because I like lightning bugs. You can probably guess why if you know me, but you can't take the sky from me. Ooh, that comes up real nice. It's it looks a little more purple in the pan. I feel like it comes up a little more coppery on my finger. Let's see how it looks on the skin. It doesn't want to sink into my little hand wrinkles, but that's okay. So there that is. I'd say it looked a little bit more like a true red on the website, but it's not exactly looking like that in person, and I feel like it's showing up a little more shimmery in real life than you can see on the camera. And finally, let's go ahead and swatch this highlighter. It's called Belle, like Patty, I guess. It is fairly close to my skin tone, so I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but it looks very nice. Kind of a champagne-y kind of gold. Yeah, a little more on the pink side than the yellow side, but I wouldn't call it like a rose gold or a pink. So let's go ahead and get started on the makeup. I'm actually going to try some of my new Wet n Wild products today, but I didn't get a primer from them. So I'm going to try with this L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer with their Cushion Foundation. And the reason I'm using my Lumi, it's not, I mean, I like it, but it's not my very favorite. I really like that e.l.f. Hydrating Primer, but this one is water-based, and so is that Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation. So I thought it'd be better to pair a water-based primer with that water-based foundation. So we're not getting an oil and water kind of situation on our face, because that would not be fun. So as usual, I am concentrating this where I do not want to get creases, because I do not tend to have a problem with my makeup breaking up with oil or anything. That's why I tend to use these like more hydrating primers and glowy primers. So I'm using it to try to fill in my fine lines and wrinkles a little bit, and also to get under the eyes, since that is an area that tends to crease. And then whatever I have left over after I feel like that's good and covered, I also like to put a little on the nose, right in here, I'll go ahead and spread around. There's usually not very much. All right, let's try out that foundation. So we're using the Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation in Cream Ivory. Okay. Yeah, that's a little, oh, that's kind of yellow. Okay, so I guess I should have gone a shade lighter. Lesson learned. Yeah, you can definitely tell it's too dark when I'm trying to blend it into my neck. Yeah, this is only their second lightest shade on the website. I like the finish on it though. It's got a nice finish, and it's not too dang heavy coverage. So that's not terrible. It's just too dark. Concealer. Oh, I forgot to put on my color corrector. We'll do that first, actually, the Pixie color corrector in Brightening Peach. I'm always shocked by how much an improvement just the color corrector is. Well, the nice part about this dark foundation is that it makes this concealer look a lot lighter than it usually does. All right, now let's get ourselves a little insurance and put on some powder. I'm gonna use my powder puff today since I didn't use my beauty blender. So I'm just gonna pat it. Well, I put a little powder in there. I'm just gonna pat it. And knock it off. Pow, pow. Okay. So we're gonna sort of bake under the eyes. Trying this method I saw on Wayne Goss's YouTube channel, where he kind of rolls it in. And I'm gonna knock off the excess from the forehead and wrinkles, or in smile lines. But I'm gonna leave that a little bit of extra powder under my eyes to catch some fallout from my eye, from my eyeshadow. I think we're gonna go ahead and put on eyeshadow. Start with some primer, the Essence I Heart Stage, because I found it. It wasn't completely lost. Okay, and as you saw, I did not have a nude again in my in the indie stuff, so I'm going to use this Essence Fluffy Clouds on a nice big brush. Now, something I could use an opinion on, everybody out there, is whether when I'm doing an eyeshadow look, do you want to see like the whole shebang, uncut, unedited, raw, as you will, because that would make for a pretty long video, or should I cut out all the extraneous blending and stuff for the sake of a reasonably long video? So leave your comments below. All right, let's get some of this Sorbet, the little orange neutral, on a brush, and we're gonna use that as our transition. So I'm gonna try to do a halo eye, so I want to get it both inner and outer corners. This is my first ever halo eye. Wish me luck. I like this color. It's nice and subtle. It's gonna help set up that gradient pretty well. Next, let's go next shade darker. This is Maple. in a smaller crease brush. I'm gonna use another one of these Wet n Wild ones. So we'll concentrate that again on the outside and the inside and up into the crease. Side bone across, get that inside. Now the question is, do I want to go in with this, deepen it up a little bit, or should I go straight in with Firefly? Let's go a little extra and come in with Spiced. And I'm going to get a more precise brush for this. It's a precise blending brush from Eco Tools. And I think we're going to avoid, for the moment, getting it up in between. Well, I don't know. No, we can come back and do that. So we'll just get it kind of outer and inner. And inside. I'm actually going to use that same brush and go in with Firefly kind of in the same area. Yeah, I think that's going to do better with a flat brush. I'll use this Wet n Wild one. And I'm just going to pat it on. I want a little more intensity on that. But I don't really want to use my fingers because I feel like I want something a little more precise. So I'm going to spray it. That's my e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. So I'm trying to keep that blank space like right above my iris. Okay. So I'm going to come into this gold. I'm going to get a little on my pinky and try to pat it in. And if this doesn't work, we'll go in with a little glitter from that Golden State of Mind palette. No, I think that looks good. Well, this doesn't seem too bad for my first halo eye, if I do say so myself. And left eye. So let me get a little tiny bit more. Just, it's barely a tap. So we can kind of connect the darkest shades and kind of blend those shimmers into the crease. All right, that seems pretty good. So why don't we smoke it out a little? I'm gonna use that middle shade just a little bit. Get it underneath here. And into our darkest shade. Let's keep that a little bit closer to the lashes. I'm gonna use this liner brush and put on some of this Essence gel eyeliner. I think I like the actual Essence brush for this better. And a little underneath. Ah, I got too much. I hate it when that happens. It's like one wrong move and bah. All right. We're also going to try out this mascara from Wet n Wild. This teeny tiny wand. It's supposed to be good for lower lashes, but of course I'm not going to use it for that because I still have that bald spot. But it should help get some real good definition on these upper lashes, and it should also help keep me from getting mascara on my eyelid. So that's the eyes. So let's real quick, we're gonna put on a little bronzer, a little highlight, a little lipstick. I'm gonna use this blush brush for my bronzer today. Since it's a pretty red eye look, I don't want to go too red on my face, so I'm gonna go a little bit extra with the bronzer. I'll start it on the cheeks instead of the forehead like I usually do. I'm gonna start right at the top of the ear. So I'm kind of trying to replace my blush with my bronzer here, so I don't have too much red on my face. All right, and then we're gonna go lighter and get that forehead and this temple area. So this is, once again, as always, that ColourPop bronzer in Private Party. All right, let's do our highlight and our lips and be finished because my husband's getting impatient. Make a little extra on the highlight too. And brow, inner corner. Keep the bow and chin. And lips. You know what? I'm just gonna do a nice nude shiny thing. My Sexy Mother Pucker. Doesn't have a lot of pigment to it, just makes things shiny and plumps things up. Cause I want to go kind of nude, so there's not too much red on my face. There we have it. I'm pretty happy with that. So happy holidays. See you later. Leave a comment. Let me know if there are any other indie brands you want to see. Any other kind of holiday looks. I'll probably do a New Year's one. Probably on the 30th. And so I'll see you later. Bye. Mwah.